Alright, we have to go ahead and graph number 29. This is a log function. It's different from the other two that's on your review just because it has a log. Just so you guys know, a log has not a horizontal asymptote, but it has a vertical asymptote. So that's a mistake on your paper there. Alright, so let's look at the transformations. We still have a +1 on the outside, and understand that it's not always going to be up 1, it's just in these practice problems, they're all +1 at the end. The -2 is attached to the x, so if it's -2, I'm going to move it to the right 2 spots. Alright? There's nothing being multiplied, so there's no stretch of any sort. And there's no negative, so it's not being reflected. Your vertical asymptote usually is at 0. Okay, so usually it's right here on the y-axis. But if we're moving everything to the right 2, now your vertical axis is going to be at +2. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and draw that in. Alright, so what we're going to do is plot this, or actually graph this on our calculator. There's no base, so it's common log. We can go ahead and use the log button on our calculator. Put x minus 2 in, and then +1 at the end. You can graph it to see what it looks like. Alright, remember your calculator is not smart enough to understand that it should keep on going straight down where this vertical asymptote is. So that's something that you guys have to remember. It's just the numbers are so small that it just doesn't understand. Alright, so go ahead and use your table to help you with applying some points. And notice 2 is the first number with an error. And there's nothing beyond 2 that's less than 2. So that'll help us with our domain later on. So I'm going to plot some points. Alright, so at 3, at 1, and then at 8, it's 1.77. So it's it's a really gradual curve there. So I'm going to go ahead and go through these 3 points, get really close to my vertical asymptote, but not go through it. So there's my graph. Your domain. There's nothing on the left of this vertical asymptote, so it actually starts here, right at 2. And as I travel to the right, it's going to keep on going, so it's +∞. My range, here, this arrow is pointing down to -∞. And this is actually gradually going up, and it will never stop going up, so this is +∞. And you can actually check that range. If I keep on going to like really high numbers, notice it's going to keep on growing up a little bit, but it'll just keep on going to +∞. It's just going to gradually really small increments, but it's going to keep on going.